Tiber Septim. The founder of the Third Empire and the Septim dynasty. A god emperor who united all of Tamriel under his rule. According to the general theory, he was born in Atmora with the name Talos. In his youth, he served in the armies in Skyrim and gained battle experiences. At the age of 20, he won his first great victory by capturing Old Heraldon. After this war, the Greybeards in the throat of the world broke their centuries-long silence and shouted his name. Thereupon, Talos went to High Hrothgar and learned his prophecy from the Greybeards. One day, Talos will rule all the Tamriel. Later he came under the commands of King Culcain of Falkrath, who was loyal to the lands of Calovia. During the war against the Bretons of the High Rock and Nords of Skyrim, he uses the power of Thu'um and changed the course of the war. The Skyrim army obeys Talos' command, because the Nords, in ancient times, had destroyed their enemies with the power of the Thu'um and had conquered High Rock, Cyrodiil, and Morrowind. In the thousands of years that passed, the art of Thu'um has been forgotten by common people, but when they saw Talos wielding this power so mightily during the siege of Sancre-Tor, they remembered their ancient traditions and believing Talos to be the promised leader who would uplift humanity once again. And they joined his side. Later, Talos continued his conquests and seized Cyrodiil, and King Culcain crowned himself as the emperor. On the eve of his coronation, Culcain was assassinated by a Breton assassin, and Talos had his throat slit. Although Talos could no longer use the Way of the Voice, due to being the most powerful military leader, he assumed the empire and changed his name to Tiber Septim, in accordance with imperial culture. Skyrim and Cyrodiil are the first territories of the empire. After the Battle of Sancre-Tor, the Nords willingly joined empire, along with the influence of Talos' shout. Cyrodiil had already been conquered by Talos. The last king of Redguard, Sphasad II, managed to put up a successful defense against Tiber Septim, but with his death, Hammerfell was divided in two. Tiber Septim did not miss this opportunity for internal strife. During a naval battle between two sides, a dragon named Nephalalargus, fighting for the empire, set Prince Aedir's ship on fire, securing victory in the war, and placing Hammerfell in the hands of the Third Empire. In Elsweyr, there is a full-scale massacre. According to information provided by an imperial officer named Atrebus, once the city of Central fell, all Khajiits, regardless of age, were mercilessly slaughtered. The brutality was so immense that this event is often omitted and censored by imperial historians. In Elsweyr, where clan culture prevails, they had no choice left but to obey the empire. The empire had become extremely powerful, and its next target was Morrowind. In Morrowind, a different development occurs. During the time of Tiber Septim, the famous tribunal governs Morrowind. Although Tiber Septim is wary of the tribunal's power, the desire to possess the rich ebony mines of the region prevails, and the occupation begins. The capital of Morrowind, Mournhold, is razed to the ground by the imperial agents. During this period, the power of the tribunal was gradually diminishing due to the reappearance of Dagethur, who had seized Lorkhan's heart. Vivek chose not to risk his people and negotiated for peace. According to the agreement, Morrowind would be annexed to the empire, but would enjoy a semi-autonomous status in its internet affairs. Additionally, the Dwemer-built colossal robotic golem, Numidium, was presented to Tiber Septim by Vivek as a gift. Thus, the only remaining place that did not come under the empire's control was the Summerset Isles. Thanks to its geographical location and a powerful navy, the Summerset Elves initially put up a successful defense against the empire. However, the gift of Numidium from Vivek would change the situation. Of course, first, a powerful energy source would be needed to activate this colossal creature. When the Dwemer built Numidium, they had used Lorkhan's heart as a power source. However, the heart was under the control of Dagethur. Tiber's court wizard, Zoran Arctis, began searching for an alternative power source. From this point onward, what is told becomes a matter of rumors. It is said that Numidium was activated using a soul gem called Montella, which contained the souls of both Zoran Arctis and Tiber's mentor, Ismar Wulfharth. Both Zoran Arctis and Ismar Wulfharth disappeared, and within a few hours the Summerset Isles fell into the hands of the empire. Tiber Septim had succeeded in uniting all of Tamriel under his rule, and declared the beginning of the Third Era. According to imperial historians, the next 38 years were peaceful and prosperous. In the Third Era, 38th year, the great emperor Tiber Septim took his last breath. His son Pelagius would succeed him. Tiber Septim the founder of the Third Empire, the one who closed one era and opened another, and the ruler of all of Tamriel, was elevated to godhood after his death. His fanatics claimed he deserved it for possessing divine powers. The Nords, who saw Tiber as an integral part of their culture, worshipped him and held him in higher regard than the other 8 divines. In fact, in the emerging faith of the new 9 divines, he was considered the chief deity,